The Xperia XZ Premium continues the lineage started by 2015's Z5 Premium, and with such a name, we're expecting nothing less than Sony's A-game. The body looks like a cross between the previous Premium and last year's XZ flagship, with a rounded form that sits nicely in the hand and is capped by finely milled metal that looks great against the light. Avoid the mirror finish luminous chrome colorway though if you don't want to constantly stare at smudges, fingerprints or scuffs. Despite being an absolute palm filler, the curved sides, relatively narrow waistline and considered button placement make it just about comfortable to wield in a single mitt. The side-mounted power button doubles as an incredibly snappy fingerprint sensor. There's Gorilla Glass 5 protecting the front, while the phone also features a standard 3.5mm headphone jack and an exposed USB-C port, all the while boasting IP68 dust and water resistance, matching that of the key rival, the Galaxy S8. It's great to see that Sony has distilled down both its technical and entertainment know-how to supercharge the multimedia chops of the XZ Premium. The 5.5-inch 16:9 IPS triluminous display packs in an insane 807 ppi as a result of its 4K resolution, and by adding an HDR10 support, it's also a world first. Of course, right now, such a screen is only as good as the content available for it, and as you can imagine, pickings are pretty slim. It's a joy to look at in everyday use, with Sony's own X-Reality engine and a few display tools on offer to customize the look of standard content. But right now, its real potential can only be glimpsed using dedicated sample footage. Still no word from the likes of Amazon or Netflix as to when HDR10 support is going to be offered up to phones like the Premium. As for audio, the dual front-facing speakers offer solid overall volume and don't readily distort sound. Dive into the settings and you can also fiddle with an integrated equalizer, upscale standard resolution music tracks to near high-res audio standard, and there's even support for noise-cancelling headphones. The Premium's Android 7.1 user experience adopts some considered modifications from Sony, like a greater level of personalization and downloadable themes. There's also integrated activity tracking via the LifeLog app, and split-screen multitasking works particularly well on the phone's expansive and crisp screen. The XZ Premium also boasts PS4 Remote Play compatibility, and the preloaded PlayStation app links you through to the wider PlayStation community out the box, whilst the News Suite and TV Side View apps are nice extras too. We also have to praise Sony for its excellent Assistant app. This helps users find out how to leverage the power of their new mobile, whilst also putting easy-to-use battery and resource management tools at your fingertips, all in one place. It should come as no surprise that the first phone through Rakombu Towers powered by Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 835 doesn't disappoint. It benchmarks within the same realm as the comparable Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus, and in general usage seems completely at ease with everything you throw at it, with no sign of significant heat buildup, a problem long-standing Sony fans will be all too familiar with. Provided Sony keeps on top of the software optimization, the Premium should remain a fast and fluid phone for the length of your standard 24-month contract without issue. 64GB of internal storage seems like the standard fare for a 2017 flagship, and should only really give you cause for concern if you only plan on watching 4K content that's locally stored. Luckily, expandability up to 256GB is possible via microSD support. As for longevity, in general usage, the XZ Premium nails Sony's promise of all-day battery life, and paired with some smart power management tech dubbed battery care, should also degrade more gracefully over time. What's more, stamina mode is as ever on hand, should you need the phone to hold out just that little bit longer before getting back to the plug point. Despite the processor's native support for Qualcomm's next generation Quick Charge 4.0 standard, the XZ Premium packs the 3.0 iteration instead, giving you over 60% charge of that 3230 mAh battery in about 45 minutes, which is more than enough for an average day's worth of use. By going Premium, you're also getting the first Sony phone with the company's Motion Eye sensor technology, which replaces the tri-sensor used by the XZ and drops the megapixel count to 19, whilst also improving on low light performance. Low light shots are particularly arresting as a result, but the XZ Premium also boasts a super snappy shutter and one of the most competent iterations of its superior auto mode that we've ever seen. As well as the AR modes, creative effects, manual control and 4K video recording, all of which we've seen on previous Sony phones, the XZ Premium also has one other rather unique talent. Its super slow motion video has to be seen to be believed. Thanks to onboard memory stacked within the camera itself, the XZ Premium can capture a split second of footage at 960 frames per second, around 4 times more than the next best slow motion mode found on rival smartphones. Whilst it doesn't sound like much, slow that down to 30 frames per second and you'll almost always get some pretty spectacular results. There's so much to the XZ Premium snapper setup that really you should check out our full dedicated camera review for all the juicy details. For most people, the Xperia XZ Premium's headline features are more party pieces than key reasons to buy it. But even without them, this is a truly solid 2017 flagship that, at around £649, undercuts rivals like the Galaxy S8, Pixel XL and iPhone 7 Plus without sacrificing anything you'd want from a top-of-the-line phone. Hopefully you enjoyed our in-depth review of the Sony Xperia XZ Premium, and if you still have more questions about the phone, you can drop us a line down below in the comments and read the full review on rockonme.com/mobile. We have a ton of other content on our YouTube channel surrounding this handset. Don't forget to check it out, and thanks for watching.